Ever feel like you're right on the edge of doing something great, but something is just holding you back? Well, if that's you, then you're in the right place. We are diving deep into Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil to uncover the single greatest enemy to your success. Let's get into it.
First things first, let's forget everything you think you know about the devil. According to Hill, this isn't about some cartoonish villain with a pitchfork. No, this is all about an internal battle. It's that tiny voice of doubt, that split-second pause before you take a risk, that nagging fear that keeps you from going all in. It's the invisible force that's trying to steer you away from your destiny.
And this really sets up the central conflict of your life, a battle that's fought every single day, right inside your own mind. It really boils down to a simple choice between two states of being. Are you drifting on autopilot, or are you grabbing the wheel and actively driving toward your destination?
Now, this drifting state, that's exactly where the devil wants you. It's the mind's default setting. See, when you're drifting, you're not really making choices. Your fears are making them for you. You kind of become a puppet, controlled by strings you don't even realize are there.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got a life of just reacting. You're hesitating, you're controlled. But on the other side, you've got a life of intention. You're bold, you're in control. And here's the secret. The very moment you decide to grab that wheel and drive, fear starts to lose its grip. It just can't survive when it's up against bold, definite action.
So, the big question is, how does this devil keep you stuck in that drifting state? Well, it's not random. Hill actually lays out a calculated arsenal of weapons, a toolkit specifically designed to hijack your mind and crush your potential, especially when you're young and feel like you have the whole world at your feet.
And here they are, the Big Six. These are the primary tools used to plant those little seeds of doubt and keep you totally paralyzed. Just look at this list: poverty, criticism, ill health, losing love, getting old, and death. I guarantee you every single person you admire has been haunted by these exact same fears. Let's just break down two of the most powerful ones for a second.
Man, this one hits hard, especially when you're just starting out. This is the fear that convinces you to trade in your big dreams for a safe paycheck. It's that little whisper in your ear that says, hey, don't take that risk, just play it safe. And before you know it, you can find yourself stuck in a life you never even wanted, all because you were too afraid to bet on yourself.
And in today's world, wow, this one is a total killer. With social media, you're just bombarded by a constant stream of opinions. One nasty comment can be enough to make you second-guess yourself and hide your amazing ideas from the world. The real danger here is that this fear can stop you from ever putting yourself out there in the first place, which pretty much guarantees you'll never build anything great.
Okay, so we've seen the weapons in the arsenal, but how do they actually work? It's not some instant attack. It's more of a slow, deliberate takeover of your mind, and it all starts with a single tiny thought.
I want you to think of your mind as a piece of valuable real estate. Every thought you have is like a tenant. Now, fear's goal isn't just to visit for the weekend. Its goal is to sign a permanent lease, move in, take over the whole building, and evict all the good tenants. Thoughts like courage, creativity, and confidence.
This mental takeover, it happens in three really clear stages. First, a single seed is planted, just one little negative what-if thought. Then, you water that seed with repetition and worry. You let it germinate through your own indecision. And pretty soon, that tiny seed grows into this massive, sprawling tree that just dominates your entire mental landscape, controlling every single move you make. And when you really understand this process, it leads to a pretty shocking reality about just how many people fall victim to this mental takeover. And, it sets up a critical, life-defining choice for every single one of us.
According to Hill, get this, a staggering 98% of people live their lives as drifters, totally controlled by their fears. And that leaves only a tiny 2% who actively fight back, who seize control and become the drivers of their own lives. 98%. Just let that number sink in for a minute.
So, this is where it gets personal. This is the most important question you'll face today. Looking at your own habits, your own decisions, your hesitations, which group do you belong to right now? And you got to be honest with yourself. Okay, deep breath. No matter what you just answered, here's the good news. You have a choice. Right now, we're going to pivot to the solution, the actual actionable strategies you can use to evict fear, take back your mental real estate, and join that 2%.
This right here, this is the absolute core takeaway. You have to understand that fear is a parasite. It literally feeds on your indecision and your inaction. But courage isn't something you're born with. It's not some fixed personality trait. It is a conscious, deliberate choice that you have to make day after day, moment after moment.
So how do you make that choice? Well, you don't show up to a fight empty-handed. You fight back with your own counter-arsenal. You arm yourself with a definite, crystal-clear purpose. You build positive habits. You work on gaining mastery over your own mind. You surround yourself with allies who lift you up. And most important of all, you take decisive action. Fear simply cannot survive in a mind that is committed to moving forward.
So in the end, it all comes back to where we started, with a choice. The devil, that little voice of fear in your head, is betting you'll just drift along with the 98%. It's betting you'll play it safe, hesitate, and let your incredible potential just wither away. The only question left is, are you going to prove it right? Will you drift, or will you grab the wheel, stare that fear down, and write your own damn story? The choice is yours.